all know, I am Krishna Oza, being your science teacher. Today we are going to start the new chapter of science, that is chapter number 5, acids, bases and salts. So this is the chapter of chemistry. Okay, so here let's study what is chemistry. Chemistry means study of various chemicals. Here we have to study what we are using in our daily life and why these substances are known as acids or bases. Right? So before we start the lecture, let us talk or discuss about something. Daily we are having various tastes. Say for example sweet, salty, sour, bitter, etc. All the substances which have different taste, okay, they might have acids or bases inside them. So let's recall the different taste of different substances. Orange, then it is sweet and sour. Curd, then it may be sour. Then grapes, we can say it is sweet and sour. Then baking soda, it is bitter in taste. Sugar, it is sweet in taste. Salt, obviously salty in taste. Right? So we have various tastes and daily we are taking all this taste in our body. Right? So now let's move towards the word acids. What is the meaning of acid? From where this word comes and what is the use of these acids in daily life? First of all, acids. Acids are generally sour in taste. Okay, so the substances which are generally sour in taste are known as acids. Right? Say for example, lemon juice, orange juice, tamarind, grapes, these all are sour in taste. So, we can say that the substances which are having acids are sour in taste. Right? Then, this word acid comes from acer. Acer is the Latin word. Right? So, this acid word comes from the Latin word acer. Acer means sour in Latin, right? So the acids are sour in taste, right? And examples of acids are, as I told you, lemon juice, orange juice, vinegar, etc. I think you all know about vinegar. Vinegar is, yes, nothing but the sour substance or sour liquid which we generally use while preparing the Chinese items, that is Manchurian, Chinese bhel, etc. Right? So these are the common examples of the substance having acids. Right? And in these substances, the natural acids are present. Natural acids means the acids which are generally there in these substances by nature, means we have not added it or we have not made it in our lab, but it is generally naturally present in all these substances. Right? So they are known as natural acids. These natural acids we can have, means we can eat these natural acids. So this is all about acids. Okay, we'll discuss more about acids in detail afterwards, but before we start discussing more about acids, let's see what are bases. Right? So bases are nothing but the substances which are generally bitter in taste. Right? So they are bitter in taste and they are soapy to touch. Soapy to touch means they are slippery to touch. Okay, so they are known as bases. For example, baking soda, soap, detergent, these all are having bases in them, right? So this is all about acids and base. Now let's take some examples of substances in which acids and bases are there. So first of all, let's take examples of some substances which contain acids, right? First of all, vinegar. So vinegar contains acetic acid. So here we can write acetic acid. Acetic acid is there in vinegar. Then second is ants sting. Sting means bite. Okay? When ant bites us, it adds an acid known as formic acid. So here we can write formic acid, right? Then we can say that citrus fruits. Citrus fruits means lemon, orange, mossambi. All these are citrus fruits, generally yellow in color, and they have sour taste. Okay, so citrus fruits have the acid known as citric acid. Okay, or we can say citric acid. So the next is curd. Curd is having lactic acid, right? Lactic acid is there in curd. Then the next is spinach. Okay, a vegetable. It is generally having the oxalic acid. So here we can write oxalic acid, right? Then amla and other citrus fruits. Okay, amla means Indian gooseberry. If you remember, we studied in the previous class. That is, amla means Indian gooseberry, right? So this amla contains the ascorbic acid. Ascorbic acid is there in amla and other citrus fruits. And last one is grapes. Okay, tamarind, grapes, all these types of fruits, they contain tartaric acid. Tartaric acid, right? So these are the various substances in which the different acids are present. Let's again see. Vinegar contains acetic acid and sting. Okay, that is the bite of ant contains formic acid. Citrus fruits like lemon, oranges, they contain citric acid or citric acid. Curd, it contains lactic acid. Spinach, it contains oxalic acid. Amla contains ascorbic acid and grapes contains tartaric acids. So these are about the substances which contains acids. Now let's talk about the substances which contains base, right? So first of all, lime water. So lime water means the water which we use to whitewash or to color our walls, right? So lime water contains calcium hydroxide. Right? So calcium hydroxide is nothing but a base, right? Then second is window cleaner. Okay, window cleaner generally contains ammonium hydroxide. Ammonium hydroxide. Then third one is soap. Okay, so soap generally contains either potassium hydroxide or the sodium hydroxide, right? So here we can write sodium or potassium hydroxide. And last one, milk of magnesia. Now you may ask, madam, what is this milk of magnesia? All this we know, lime water, window cleaner, soap. But what is this milk of magnesia? So milk of magnesia is nothing but an antacid. Antacid means when we feel acidity in our stomach, okay, then this milk of magnesia we take as a medicine, and it has base, so it will neutralize the effect of acid. So we feel comfortable, right? So milk of magnesia is the medicine for acidity, right? So this milk of magnesia contains magnesium hydroxide, right? Magnesium hydroxide. So all these are bases, and this substances contains bases which we generally use in our daily life. If you have observed, then whenever there is a base, it is generally hydroxide is written. So if hydroxide is there, then we can easily say it contains base, okay? And in an acid, every time acid is written, right? So by just listening the names or seeing the names, we can easily judge whether the given substance is acid or base. But if I give you some substances and I am not giving you any names of the substances, then how do you tell me that whether the given substance is acid or base? You may say, ma'am, we'll taste or will touch. If it is slippery or soapy, then it is a base. If it is not, then it is acid. But no, you should not touch or taste anything without told to you. Means it may be harmful to you if you taste or touch. It may harm yourself. So never taste or touch any substance until and unless it is told by your elders to do so, right? So how do you tell me whether the given substance is acid or base? For that we have indicators. Not that indicator which is there in vehicle, right? That indicator shows us the direction in which we have to take the turn. But here we are using the indicator which indicates us, which shows us, which tells us whether the given substance is acid or base, right? So when we add these indicators to acid or base, it will change its color, right? So by seeing the change in colors, we can easily say that the given substance is acid or base. The examples of these indicators are the turmeric, China rose petals, litmus paper, etc. About all these indicators we will discuss in our next lecture. Till that, be at home, be safe. Thank you.
आभार।